Welcome to another video on the real estate spot. This is just a quick update of the progress so far at Colbeck Manor in the Old Harbour. Here we are seeing a look at this is in phase 2, road 4. We're seeing that the clubhouse is starting to build. This house right here, this is around 200 and maybe 12. So most of the houses on road 4 is painted. This is where the clubhouse is being built now. This was proposed initially on the map to be a sewage area, but I guess changes, so they are now using this area for the clubhouse, and this is on road 4. So looking at the citadel, so as I mentioned, these houses along this stretch would be around, starting from up the top around maybe 211 going down. So it counts down. So you're looking at 208, 209 clubhouse. Behind the clubhouse, there's a pool also, and we'll go and take a view later down in the video of the progress so far at the clubhouse. These houses so far, as I mentioned, 209, 204, 208. And you look on your right, there are some monarchs. Those initially weren't on the plan, but I get to understand that those houses are moved from in phase 3, I believe. So those houses are being built right along there. Not certain of the numbers. So this is a space, as I said, the clubhouse area. So afterwards, I guess there'll be grass in that area and maybe planting it up and using for some recreational activities. Sorry. Yes, so to mention, this is road 4. So this is basically the last road, I would say in phase 2. So we're looking at those monarchs. So it's around 4 of them. Those were removed from a section in phase 3. Most homes here are citadels. So as I mentioned, this is around 204. So if you purchase and you're watching this video, this area is where your house is. Most of these houses complete, so they're just doing finishing touches and so forth. Road 1 and 2 is basically populated with homeowners already, so we will not be showcasing there. Yes, this is the back of the monarchs, and from this section you're looking on the the clubhouse. This road is leading to houses 100 and in the 172. I think 170, not 172, maybe about 174, 5, 6, 7, 8, because around 5 houses around here. This is a monarch, so you notice the monarchs. Most of the monarchs are at the end of the road, or the start of the road. Basically, they are the parts that have bigger lot size. So that monarch is not painted as yet. These vistas, so these are painted, and this is a dead end road. So only persons who would reside around this road would actually be on this road. So it's around 6 houses around here. As I mentioned, these are about between 175 to around 180, or a little bit earlier, but it's in that region. I believe it is 172 to around 178 or 179, somewhere around there. So these are the monarchs. So these are, the vistas. So these are painted. As you can see, we see grill work inside so far. So finishing touch. So most of the houses within phase 2 now, they are just doing finishing touches to it. So they are tiled already, grill work installed, and all. Water heater, as you can see, installed on the homes already. So they're just doing finishing touches, and when it is near handing over now, they would finish up the work. These are now one in front. These are like 198 because we are counting down. So these are being the 190s. This is road 4. Currently, I believe it's only 1 or 2 persons currently live on road 4. So that you're looking at right there, that monarch is 190 180, sorry. So that section on your right, over to the right, would be the houses like 180, 185 and so forth. On your left, it is the 90s, like 190, 192, 193. So these are vistas. As I said, most homes are painted. So most of the bulk of the work now is up in phase 3 and 4. Because most of the houses, as I mentioned, road 1 and 2 now is basically populated, because road 1 definitely is phase 1. Part of road 2 is phase 1, and then you have a section that is phase 2. So most of road 1 and 2 would be populated as ready, with homeowners receiving their home. So the main task now is for handing over of homes on road 3 and 4. We're looking right here. This would be the ending of road 1. You're looking at some houses. These houses are already handed over. So that will be, I believe, one section is phase 1, one section is phase 2. Those are like lot 51 and so forth. This is now the beginning of road 3. Road 3, some houses, as you see, light is already connected. So these homes will be like in the 230s, 240s and so forth. On the left, on the right, we'll be having like houses in the teens, so 113, 12, 114, 15, 16, so forth. Persons are gradually moving now on road 3. So this is now phase 2. We see where persons starting their landscape. Persons are already occupied in this space thus far and are moving in gradually. So most of the heavy work, as I mentioned earlier, is already finished within this phase. So they are now just doing finishing touches to the home. So minor work and minor repairs to the home thus far. As you see, homeowners are already living on road 3 in phase 2. So this is now going up. So these homes like 2 to 230 on your right, like 230 so forth. This is now, we are continuing on, it's still on road 3. On your right, you'll find like 224, 225. Most of these homes, as you can see, the light is already connected. So persons have occupied these homes already. Some, they are cleaning it up for handing over, I guess maybe in the coming weeks. All homes are painted thus far. As you see above, light is connected. Gradually the scheme is being occupied, and his persons are doing their landscaping and so forth work. You might see a little dirt on the road, gravel and so forth, but work is still being done. So tractors and things is moving about still. So you find the road will still have a little bit of like sand and gravel so forth from it. So I guess after all these heavy work is completed, then after they will wash the street and so forth. The street light is in also thus far and so forth. Yeah. So these homes right here, maybe these numbers will be about 80, 81, 90 and so forth. The numbering is pretty funny to how they do the numbering, because the number from basically road 1 and then come up and then come around. Yes, so these houses we are looking at, I believe these are still phase 2. So these homes you'll see upon entering the scheme, they are right in front. Shortly you'll see where the entrance is, that is the security post or the main entrance to the scheme. And these homes, you are looking straight ahead as you enter the scheme thus far. Not sure of the numbers right here. because the numbering is funny. Yeah, but these homes right here, so these homes will be like 220, like 218, so forth. Numbering is pretty funny. Pretty funny numbering, but as I say, most of the homes here painted. I'm not sure if they consider this still phase 2 or it will be phase 3, because this is going up now to where phase 3 will, I know for sure, will be going. So the backspace of a monarch right there. Um, yeah, these homes is a straight ahead is a dead end road. So as I mentioned earlier, do anybody going on that road is with those persons living straight ahead. You're looking at houses leading to phase 3. So those are along the wall, the main wall, and we see where houses they start to paint the homes and so forth. So work is gradually being done. The progress is might be slow, but still moving steadily. All right, so we're now going on to a little section again here. These are some, well, a vista at the end of this road and some vistas and citadel. I believe these are like two, if not 200, maybe 100 and 100 and in the teens. Maybe 100 and can be 13 and so forth because it's further down. If you have a map and you're familiar with maybe it's doing here, because the numbering here is a little bit tricky to how they do the numbering. But these homes so far, so this is basically the same road on road 3, but at the top where there's a dead end. I know that on the other side it's like 217 and 216. So these are some citadel and vistas. They are painted, grill work done. So I guess maybe gradually now they're doing some finishing touch to have the handover done to them. Yes, so we're looking at a vista right there. So you see a mixture of colors. So the colors in this scheme, yellow, or maybe not yellow, but maybe marigold, green. They have a light brown and maybe a color beige or pinkish, a small pinkish color. Those are the 4 colors within this scheme. Yeah, and those homes that you're looking straight ahead, those are leading on to phase 3. So phase 3, um, lighting fixtures, as in street light, poles, the light poles, those are up. I believe part of it is also paved and so forth. Those are the, well, don't know if those will be the full backyard for all these homes, or they'll be just getting a piece, or it's an open area, but that is a space around the back there. This is the back wall. As you see that side is a common area, so that is considered a common area. This is now homes. These are like two homes of 218, 17, 16, 15, 14 right here. So vista right there. These are all vistas. This now we are looking at is the clubhouse. So this will be the clubhouse. We will be hosting a common area, gym. I believe our office will be there for the property management team as well. That will be there. So it starts to build now. Maybe we get it. Maybe it will be completed by summer. Let us see. So the work is being done thus far on it. This is the pool, pretty decent sized pool. So they have a big pool, I guess, for adults. Well, not I guess, for adults, and you will see a small one that will be there for children as well. A section is seems like they're building for like a changing room area. So it's still in the building out phase, but it's glad that it is started and it's thus far. So that is a pool area, part of it, and next piece is there for smaller children to do. So just a quick view of the update thus far at Colbeck Manor. So stay tuned and do look out for more videos and update thus far on the real estate spot.